Hey, what's going on people? It's SGZ here from the SpartanGameZone, and in this video I'll be showcasing the Shocker, a shotgun that at first may seem lackluster, but once you have its unique effect nailed down, you can do some serious damage. For most characters, this gun is a diamond in the rough, and thanks to the guys that recommended showcasing it. I'll be letting you know where you can get one, explain what its special effect is, and let you know how you can use it to bask in some seriously high damage numbers. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate it if you could drop a like, and feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, or even follow me on Twitter. And if you know of any underrated guns like this one, don't be afraid to drop them in the comments below, and let's crack into it. So the Shocker is a Torg shotgun and operates a lot like the Lob. It can only come in shock. Shocking, I know, and has a high chance to drop from Bulkborn. You fight around here in the Golden Shire as part of the Guns, Love and Tentacles DLC. It fires slowly, has a decent damage number listed on the card, and consumes 2 ammo per shot. Looking at it, there's not much there, but you'll quickly change your mind once you see what it has in store. It fires a single sparkling orb that travels slowly and splits off into 2 more after travelling a short distance. Like the Lob, they deal splash damage, but this time on impact. Those extra projectiles really help to up its damage, and because they're unlisted, the Infernal Wish is a fantastic shield to pair with it, upping its projectile count to 6. That then has it sitting at over 400k vanilla damage per shot, which is where things start to heat up. It's best used at the close side of medium range, not too close that the other projectiles don't emerge, and not too far that they take too long to get where they're going. Set yourself up at the correct distance, and the Shocker will produce a wall of energy that will disintegrate anything it touches. That wall is charged strongest on Moze, where it can really dominate the mobbing arena. She can use all her splash damage skills to have this thing firing on all 6 of its cylinders. With the Infernal Wish, its projectile count almost has it behaving like a traditional shotgun, just that its pellets move really slowly. She can boost the splash damage and splash damage radius of all 6 of them, and use skills like Fire in the Skag Den to add some flames to the sparks, as though you're dual casting on Skyrim, but you'll never run out of magicka. Its projectiles make it hard to hit crits, making a Blastmaster my preferred class mod. It definitely shines while mobbing, but for bossing it's not great. I needed to use a Minesweeper, and high damage was dependent on hitting those difficult crits, but it can still deal some decent damage. Where it is great while bossing, fantastic in fact, is on Zane, and there's one key reason for that, and that is of course Eraser. Now normally the peak projectile count sits at 6 with the Infernal Wish, while with Zane and playing dirty we can hit 9, but nothing compares to the pain train that is however many this is. I don't know, I just know it's a lot, at least 1. Eraser spawns an extra projectile whenever you hit a crit, which are even more powerful than the first. When combined with the Hustler class mod, we can hit crits anywhere on the body, and if we line up our shots well, where they pierce your opponent and explode in close enough proximity, you're going to deal a chunky monkey's worth of damage. I only tried on a few bosses, but it downed them all comfortably, even if they resisted shock. An action skill splash damage anointment was all I needed, but you may want to try next to max if you're looking for a specific element to boost. While mobbing, the same tactic applies, but gives it railgun capabilities where the orb count will continue to grow as it travels through enemies. I found a toboggan paired well with it due to its low fire rate, but any artifact will do. For Amara, the Shocker has a lot going for it. Its elemental deals splash damage, and its projectile count has indiscriminate ricocheting orbs in all sorts of directions and in all sorts of elements, occasionally matched to the one you have equipped. It's another weapon where you'll want to avoid heavy rain, as those projectiles will split off way too far away, but it's a great shotgun that'll cause a lot more collateral damage than you'd think. If you main flak, the Shocker isn't a gun I'd recommend. I try to look for the positives in each weapon, but using this thing on flak is like squeezing orange juice out of a lemon. Megavore will have you landing way more crits, and Two-Fang can have you sending out another 3 projectiles, but Jacobs is really where you should be looking for a shotgun made for flak. Overall though, the Shocker is a really good gun. Its single element doesn't hold it back, allowing it to deal to all types of health bars, and all types of enemies. It's more suited to mobbing, but certainly not if you run Zane. And if you do, I challenge you to see how many bosses you can one-shot with this thing. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, learned about the shocker, and how you can enhance all it has to offer to produce a surprisingly great shotgun. If you did, consider dropping a like or subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next one.